Hi, welcome. Simon here and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to set up Ubiquiti nanostation M5 from one point to a multi-point. Alright, so let me give you a little diagram here, at least you understand what I'm talking about and what you're trying to achieve in this setup. Okay, so let's say that you have this internet service provider. All right, so this is your monthly service that you paid monthly for the internet. So the internet service provider provides you an internet here to your home, okay, to a building. So let's call this A building. All right, in the A building, so happen that you have two other properties. Let's just say that you have property B and you have property C, right? So you have a little work room right here or a little rental unit right here. But instead of paying for 3 internet service provider, so you're going to pay for additional one here, that's going to be a lot of money, right? So instead of paying all this internet provider for individual house, going to cost you a lot of money, and I'm here to save you some money by investing into 3 nanostation M5. Okay, what I'll do is I'll link them in the description below. I got this from Amazon. They are the correct one that I'll link them to. Go ahead and buy that and check out in the description below. Okay, Ubiquiti nanostation M5. You're gonna need 3 of them. Okay, so the goal here, sorry about my ugly drawing. So the goal here is you're paying for this internet provider that provides internet into your main house, into the A building, and the A building is shooting signal to the B and also shooting signal down to your C building, right? So you have a little Ubiquiti here receiving that signal and little guy here receiving that signal as well. Okay, so you have one guy shooting 2 Wi-Fi. So one guy shooting A shooting to the B, and A shooting to the C. Okay, so this is what we call point to multi-point. Okay, you can have more than one. You can even have D little home right here. Okay, you would also shoot all the way to the D, and you wouldn't have this little guy here receiving that signal as well. Okay, so you can have as many as you want. I think I never gone more than 5, but if you have more than 5, but good for you, you have 5 rental units. But I have done it in 5 point to multi-point, and that works perfect, no problem. All right, let's jump into the settings. Less talking. I have other videos that I made. It has more explanation, more details, and you can check that video. I'll link them in the description for you as well. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So here comes the 3 nanostation M5, and I have 3 PoE injector, 1, 2, 3. So in the box, it comes with everything that you need. All you need to have is some of the internet cables. That's all you need. All right, let's jump into the setup. So go ahead and power up your power injector into the outlet, and I'm going to name this. Let's just go write it down. This is easier to see instead of getting confused. So here we are having the A. This is going to be my B, and this is going to be my C. So let's write down here access point, which is AP. Yeah, access point stands for AP. And this is my A unit, right? And here we call it a station. And this is my rental unit for B. And we're going to call this as station. A second rental unit, we're going to call this as C. Okay, so now we have A, B, and C. What you want to do here is you want to go ahead and open up the little bracket right here, slide it down. Let's put that on the side. Same thing, slide it down. Okay, each of the nanostation, you will be seeing the main and secondary, main, secondary, main, secondary. Okay, what you want to do is you want to get your power injector. So we have 3 of them. And let's connect the first one. We're going to connect the A. So here you want to connect to the PoE, power over Ethernet. So this power over Ethernet draws the power and powers up the access point. Okay, that's the first connection right there, PoE to your main. You see that? Okay, so that is for your A. Now find another cable. Here we're going to connect the PoE, powers up the B unit. Okay, we're going to connect to the B unit. Okay, so we have A, B. Now here we are going to connect to the C unit, right? So we have a PoE, plug it in, and we are going to connect to the C main. Okay, so far you can tell that we have A, B, and C power up by the injector right here. Okay, all of the injector right here. Now the next step you need to do is to get yourself a computer, either Mac or Windows. In this video, I'll be using the Windows computer and I'll show it to you on how to configure them. You do need to have one more cable here, so I'll be using this little orange cable. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and configure the A first. So remember the A is my gray, right? My gray cable here. I'll be connecting to the LAN. Okay, and this orange cable is going to go into my computer. You can have a laptop or you can have a desktop, doesn't matter, but here is my desktop port. So what I did is I just make an extension because I can't show you my desktop here. It's in the back of the computer, or if you have a laptop you can just connect to that, but this is just my extension to my desktop. So I'll be connecting this orange cable to my desktop. Okay, and you can see that the light is flashing. So the injector here, again, LAN, right? Orange cable into your computer. Now we are configuring the A first. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll switch it over to the little monitor screen right here, so at least you can see what's happening. Now once you get into your desktop or your computer, go ahead and click on start and type in control panel First, we need to go into control panel, go to network and internet, go to network and sharing center, and click on this little guy here that says Ethernet 2. You see this little blue writing right here? Okay, go ahead and click on that. My one says Ethernet 2. Yours could be Ethernet 3 or 4 or 5. Doesn't really matter. Now you want to click on properties. And you want to select this says Internet Protocol TCP/IP4, right? Version 4. Double click that. And here a little pop-up screen. What you want to do is, instead of obtaining an IP address automatically, go ahead and select this little button here that says use the following IP address. What we're going to do is we're going to type in the IP address 192.168.1 and we're going to name it as 21. Okay. Now the default, the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. The default gateway would be 192.168.1.1. We are just putting up an IP address for now. This is just to configure the access point here. We need to put in that IP address. Click OK. Click OK and close it and close it. Now the next step, what you want to do is go ahead and open up your browser. I'll be using Microsoft Edge. You can use Firefox or Google Chrome, whichever to your preference. Now here on the very top bar, the URL, we want to type in 192.168.1.20. So the .1.20 belongs to the access point by default. That's what we need to log in and do the configuration. Here it says your connection is not private. That is okay. We just need to click on advanced and click on continue to 192.168.1.20. And you're going to see this little default screen. Make sure you read the terms of use, understand the terms and condition, agree to the term and condition, and let's log in. The username is UBNT. The password is UBNT as well. Select the country. I'm going to select United States and I'm going to click login. All right. Once I'm logged in, this is the screen that you will be seeing. And it says here you're using the default administrator password. Suggestion, please change in the system page. So let's go to system. So click on this little system tab here on the top. Here we want to give it a name. We're going to call this as A building. Okay. Select the time zone. I'll be selecting Hawaii. You should select your own region time zone. Username is UBNT. I'll leave it as UBNT as the default. And we need to change the password by clicking on this little key icon. Current password is UBNT. And new password, I'll be using UBNT1. UBNT1. Okay. I just like to make it simple for now. You can always come back and change it after. Once you have changed the password, you see this little change here. Little change button right here on the bottom right corner. Click change. And that setting is set up. But it's not applied yet, but it's just changed. Now the next step I'd like to do is to click on wireless. This wireless tab here. Okay, click on wireless. Under wireless mode, this would be access point. Remember here we says the access point AP. Okay, for the A building. So select access point. Here is the SSID. So the A need to shoot the Wi-Fi. Remember, I draw this little Ubiquiti that is shooting the Wi-Fi to B and C. So what is the Wi-Fi ID do you want to name it? Now I'm gonna name it as hello. You can name it anything you like, but for my video here, I'll be naming it as hello, HELLO. Okay, now the channel width, I'll leave it as the default as 40 megahertz. Everything you can just leave it as default. And the power output, instead of max it out to 26, I think dBm stands for decibel, I don't know, radio frequency. Just comment below, let me know, please help me out here. What is dBm stands for? Correct me, please. And here I like to crank it down to 13 because my B and C building, they are not far away from the A. They are maybe about 15 feet away, 15-20 feet away. So I'll just leave it as 13 for now. All right, let's move on to the wireless security. Under security, you want to change this to WPA2. And you want to give it a password. I'll be naming the password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and I need to click change. All right, so that is all good. Let's move on to the next tab. The next tab is network. Network bridge mode, leave it as bridge, blah blah blah. Here's the important part. I'm not going to set up as a static IP. I'm going to name the access point as a DHCP, as a dynamic. Whatever router give me the IP address, that's what the access point is going to use. If you are techie enough, you might want to check your router and find out what is the IP address, which is some of them are 192.168.100.1.10.1.1.1, all sorts of IP address from your router. So when I make this video here, the whole world is watching it. It could be from Europe, from Asia, from Northern America, from Africa, who knows? And all the routers might have a different IP address. So I can't do a static for you. If you follow the static, I'll be setting up my router statics. And if you don't have the same router as I do, then your device will not work. Right? So I'll leave it as the default here. I'm sorry, I'll leave it as the DHCP so that the whole world can follow along with the video. Okay? So that's the only reason. Click change. We are done with that. Advanced, don't touch it. We don't need to do anything here. Services, nothing else. Just leave it as it is. Now the next step is to make sure you click apply. All right, you must click apply. All right, right now the A is applying the configuration, is doing the reboot, is setting it up. So we're just going to leave it as is. Okay. Now what we want to do is we need to move. Right. So this is my computer. Remember still. So this is my computer plug, right? We need to move the A injector point. Right now the A is already configured. We need to move this over to the B, right? So the B is the blue one, right? So here's the B. So we're going to move it to here, LAN. So my computer is still connected. As you can see that my computer is still connected, and I'm moving to the LAN for the B. We need to configure the B station right now. Okay. So here I'm going to close the browser. The A configuration is done, so we close the browser. I'm using the same computer, so the control panel IP address is still the same. And I'm opening up the browser. Let's go ahead and type in 192.168.1.20, hit enter. what's happening. Oh, my B is not power on. That's what is happening. That is what is happening right now. Is because the blue cable was not pushed all the way in. I apologize. It came loose. Don't panic. Just give me a minute or two. The B is starting up. So take a moment and please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I would really appreciate for you doing that. And yep, so I'd like to take this opportunity and ask you to give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I really appreciate you for doing that. All right, let me switch it back to the monitor screen. All right, so the B has rebooted, and the IP address here that I put in 192.168.1.20 is loaded. Here again, it says connection is not private. Click advance, click continue. I'm trying to go this a little bit faster now because you already know how to do it. To do the setup for A is the same as for B. You're gonna check the box, agree to the terms. Gonna select UBNT. Type in UBNT for the password, select your country, English, click login. Now here it says you'll be using the default administrator password. Please go to system and change it. All right, so we're going to go to system. Here we're going to name it as B building. Select Hawaii. I'm going to leave the username as UBNT. Click on the little keychain. UBNT, UBNT1, UBNT1. Okay, I'm just going to name it as UBNT1 for now. And I click change. Always remember click change. Now here we want to go to wireless tab. And under wireless mode, we are selecting station. Not access point. Access point is from the A. B is the station. So make sure you have a station. Now the SSID, meaning that we are trying to locate the A. Remember this A here is broadcasting hello. You see that the SSID is shooting out the Wi-Fi. The signal is sending out. So what we can do is we can click this little select button right here. So click on select. This little window would pop up. Let's push it down a little bit. And you can see that it lists the entire neighborhood Wi-Fi all around here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, look at that. What's going on? Okay, so here you can see that it says hello. Remember, we set up the A building. The device name is A building. So this is the correct Wi-Fi that we want to select. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on this little button. Check the button. Select the SSID that was given. Okay, not selecting your neighbor's Wi-Fi now. Do not select your neighbor's Wi-Fi. This thing is not going to work. You need to select the access point Wi-Fi that we created. Scroll down to the very bottom. You see this little select. Click on the select. And it automatically fills in the SSID for you. Alright, so channel width, leave it as auto, 20/40. Everything the same. And remember the output power, push it down to 13. You don't have to crank it out to 26. If you want, you can. No big deal. Like I said, my distance is only about 10-15 feet away. So I just try to use less power. Okay? This better for the earth. Let's say it that way. Alright, remember the password that we set up for access point here. What did I set up? A simple password is 123456789. So this wireless security is asking for the password, the Wi-Fi password for hello, right? So it's asking for the hello Wi-Fi password, which is 123456789. Remember to click change. All right, let's go back to network tab. And under here, bridge mode is good. Everything the same. And just for the network management network settings, I'm just going to select DHCP for now. Click change. That's all we need to do for B building, and click apply. Always click apply when you're done. So now the B building is router is rebooting, the station is rebooting, is setting up the configuration that we just inputted, right? So that is all done. Let's close the browser. And now we want to configure the C station. So we're gonna move this little cable and go into the C, the final one. Okay, I still have my computer here connected. This C is all the way in. Good to go. Come back to my computer screen, open up my browser, and let's type in 192.168.1.20. Click on advanced, click on continue. I'm going to do it a lot faster now. Check the box, go to UBNT, select a country, click login. So the C setup is the same as the B. Nothing else is changed, right? So let's go C, building, select a time, click this. All right, same password, UBNT1. Click change, remember, change, always. Go to wireless. Wireless mode is station. SSID, select, we are finding the hello. Where are you? Hello? All the way down here. Hello, right? Found it, select. Everything stay the same. Save the earth. So power output slow down to 13. Give it a password. Click change. Make sure you click change. Now go to network. Everything the same. We just want to select DHCP. Click change. And that is all done, and click apply. That's all you need to do for the C. The C and the B is exactly the same. Now we can close this. Now do not forget to bring your computer back the right network settings. Go back to control panel. Right under network and internet. Network and sharing center. Click on this little blue Ethernet number 2. Click on properties. Double click this Internet Protocol version 4. Double click that. We want to have the obtain an IP address automatically so that your computer can browse the internet. If you have a static IP, what I did, probably your desktop is not getting the internet. So go back here, select obtain IP automatically, obtain DNS automatically, and click OK. OK, close it, close it. Done. We just move the settings, revert the settings on your desktop. Now let me go back here and show you the bigger screen. So in this bigger screen here, we have configured everything. So we can disconnect this. The computer, let's just disconnect the entire computer cable. We don't need that anymore. Now let's talk about what happened right now, right? So we have set up and configured A, B, and C. We have A, B, and C here. So I would assume you are the smartest and the techiest person here. Carry B and carry C with you, right? So you need to carry the B and the C router, the Ubiquiti B, and you're gonna walk over to the B. You're gonna walk over here and you're gonna set it up the B, right? You're gonna set up that Ubiquiti station right here, pointing to A building, correct? So you're gonna walk over there and do your setup. And you're gonna walk over here with the C over here and go set up the C as well and pointing to the A direction. Okay, so once you have set up the B and the C, okay, so the B and the C is in your rental unit. So you already set it up, and you have the two cables plug in and power up the stuff. Now the question is, how is A shooting the internet? Well, what you want to do here is you want to make sure your A, so here your A, right, your internet service provider provides you the internet, and here I would assume that you have this little Wi-Fi antenna, this little router right here. So this is your router, so this internet goes here. So what you want to do is you want to connect this to the A LAN port. Okay, so I'm just going to show it to you here. So this is what you want to do. Okay, so here is my internet service provider, my internet provider, right? My internet provider, the router comes out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it into the LAN. All right, remember now, do not get confused. If you get confused, you can always comment below and let me know what kind of help do you need. So oops, so always you can I just make myself, yikes, forget it, things are falling apart here. Okay, I just wanted to tell you that this little description right here, you see that description right there, it says thank you for watching, question, comment below. I just wanted you to comment below if you're not sure what you're doing at this point, and I'll try to help you out here. So your internet provider provides you the internet, right? The monthly service that you pay for the internet. You should have a cable, extra cable connect from the router. And when you have that cable connected to your router, remember this is the A building, right? The access point, the gray little cable right here connected to that. What you want to do is you want to plug it into the LAN. You get the idea? The idea is the internet giving you the excuse me, your internet provider is providing you the internet into the LAN, and this LAN comes back into the gray cable and giving the A internet, right? So the internet provider, the white little tip right here, giving the internet back to the A. Now the A is all happy and shooting the Wi-Fi over to B and C. All right, so now the B and C have internet. And where do you want to connect the internet? I need to have one more internet cable. So stay with me here for a minute. And here I brings my next cable. So the A is all done, right? So the A is all set and done. Let's put it on the side here. Right, so where do you want to connect to get the internet? You have two ways to do it. You can actually do it from the secondary. You see the secondary here? You can connect the secondary, and then here you can connect it to your camera, the camera, or to a switch, to a router, anything you want to connect the device to. So if I connect this one to my computer, let's just say this is my computer right here. If I connect to my computer desktop, I'm getting the power. You can see the light is flashing, and I'm getting the internet. Okay, I can see my computer has internet now. Now, if your question is, instead of connecting to the secondary, where else can I connect to? Yes, you can always connect it to here. You can connect to the LAN, right? You can connect to the LAN and connect to your computer. Same thing, it would work, right? So that means the B is receiving the signal coming down the blue, right? The blue coming down here and giving the internet back to your orange cable, and this can go to your computer or your router. Now you can go to the C, plug it into the C, and then plug it into, I don't know, your television maybe, or your security camera. Anything you want to connect to, you can get internet. All right, I just verified my computer. I have internet coming in. Now the question is, if you're gonna ask me, can these two devices broadcast Wi-Fi? The answer is no. Can I go to my iPhone or my iPad to look for hello? For this hello Wi-Fi? The answer is no. What you want to do is you can get yourself a router, right? In a B, right? This little funny router, you can get yourself a router, connect the LAN, remember, connect the LAN into that, and this router would shoot Wi-Fi. Then your iPad, your iPhone, your Samsung, Android, all these devices can connect to the router because the B LAN is giving the internet, right? The A shooting to the B receiving the internet and then giving it back to the router. Same thing for the C, you can do that as well. All right, so this is it. This is what we call point to multi-point setup. I hope the video is helpful. If you find it helpful, again, please give me a like. I really appreciate you for liking the video. Any question, comment below. I'm more than happy to help you to set it up. And if you want to speak with me or ask me for help, we do provide the service as well. I'm here operating a business in Hawaii. We can definitely do a remote. If you want me to remote into your computer and help you set it up, by all means, give me a call at 808 236 4335. 808-236-4335. Okay, and if you're interested to know where can you buy the devices, I'll link them in the description below. Go check it out. I got them from Amazon. You can follow my video, click on the link directly to the right Amazon website, and you can go ahead and buy that product. All right, thanks again. I really appreciate, and until next time, take care now. Bye.